So I was discussing about the application of ogives. This is another application of ogive. You can see here the designing of palaces. You can see curves here. Yeah. So these curves are nothing but ogives. Okay. There are many more examples. Okay. Let's go to the question bit. So excuse. The questions are here now. Exercise 14.4 in front of you. So in the first question you can see he is asking you to draw less than type of ogive cumulative frequency distribution and draw its ogive. You can call it as ogive or ogive, that doesn't matter. Okay, then in the last third question you can see he is asking more than type of distribution and draw its ogive. So basically we have two types of ogive, so that is less than type and more than type. So let's see how to answer to these type of questions with few examples. After going through the examples you will be able to do these three questions of exercise 14.4. So to begin with, let's first see the less than type of ogive. What is less than type of ogive? Here is a question for you. For this you have to draw a less than type of ogive. Okay, less than cumulative frequency curve. You can call it as less than cumulative frequency curve. Okay, so for that you need to make less than cumulative frequency. In the concept of median we have learned what is cumulative frequency. So the cumulative frequency which we learned in median class is same as less than cumulative frequency. There is no difference at all. So hope you all remember how we made cumulative frequency in median, concept of median. So what we did in the median concept, that cumulative frequency is used for drawing less than type ogive, less than cumulative frequency curve also you can call. So for that, to again recall, we just write 4 for the first column as it is, then we go on add it. Hope you remember 4 plus 6 10. So we go on add the numbers in the zigzag way. Then 10 plus 10 gives you 20, 20 plus 8 gives you 28, then 28 plus 32, 4 gives you 32. So this is the less than cumulative frequency which can be used to draw less than type of ogive. Now excuse me, after making this we'll take the values in this manner. Okay, so for less than cumulative frequency always remember we use upper limits. These upper limits will come for less than cumulative frequency. Okay, so upper class limits I have taken in the column 4, then 8, 12, 16 and 20. This is your abscissa, and cumulative frequency, this will come on y-axis, this will come on x-axis in the graph, and this will come on y-axis. So 4, you can see 4, 10, 20, 28 and 32. These all the values I have taken here. Okay, and I formed the coordinates. So that is 4 comma 4 the first one, then 8 comma 10, 12 comma 20, 16 comma 28 and 20 comma 32. The most important point you need to remember here is, for less than type of frequency you must take upper limits, because I'll say less than 4, less than 8, less than 12. Okay, upper limits you should use. That will be your abscissa and this will be your ordinate, and with that we form coordinates, x and y coordinates. After forming the coordinates we will draw the graph. Okay, so these are our coordinates. Plot these points on the graph to get the less than type of ogive. So for drawing the graph, you know very well, you take x and y axis. Okay, then the first point comes on x axis. You can take the marks, that is 4, 8, 12, 16 and 20, and on the y axis you can take the scale as 10 units, 1 centimeter, 10 units. Because the maximum is 32, I took the values till 40. So after doing this, you have to plot it. The first point comes here, because the first point is 4 comma 4. You can see the first point, then the second point, third point, all 8 comma 10. All the points you have to take one by one. All these points you have to take on the graph. So that's not a big issue for you, because you have done graphs many times. After taking the points, you should join them using scale, or roughly you can join with a free hand. Better you use this scale for accuracy. So these all the points you can see, all the points are taken on the graph. 4 comma 4 came here, then 8 comma 10 came here, then 12 comma 20, then 16 comma 28, and then 20 comma 32. So this way we have to plot the graph and we get a curve. So this curve can be changed according to the design of the spaceship, or design of the underwater submarines, or the design of the roof of the palaces. Okay, based on that, this is only for designing. Okay, after the design is made, then the work is started. Okay, we can call it as a prototype also. Okay, prototype of something. So this is less than type of ogive. Hope it's clear to you. So nothing new we are doing here. We are making cumulative frequency, and we are taking upper limits and cumulative frequency and drawing the graph, plotting on the graph. Next, see the more than type of ogive. So there is another example I have taken here. More than 110, more than 115. These are the length of leaves or length of something in millimeters, and these are the number of leaves. So this is one frequency table. So for more than type of frequency, we need to make one more column like we made for less than. So for more than, what we do here is, for less than we added from top, we wrote 2, then we added 2 plus 6, 8. Okay, but for more than, we add from bottom. What do? We add from bottom. So 2 we write as it is, 2 will be as it is. Then we'll add 2 plus 3, that becomes 5. Then 5 plus 6 becomes 11, and 11 plus 13 becomes 24. So this goes on, you should go on, add it, and you'll get more than cumulative frequency here, greater than, or you can say more than cumulative frequency. So it's very simple. For less than you add from the top, for more than you should add from bottom. Let's have a look again. First 2 is written as it is, then 2 plus 3 is 5, then 5 plus 6 is 11, then 11 plus 13 is 24, and goes on like this, and finally we get 42. And here classes are not given, it's already given more than, so you can use the same values as x coordinate and these values as y coordinate, the more than cumulative frequency, and draw a graph for it. Okay, so you can look at the graph here, how the graph is drawn. The plotting of points is not a big issue for you all because you have done many graphs where you have plotted the points. So here you can see all these points are being plotted on the graph. So you should take 110, 42. The first coordinate is 110, 42. So 110, 42 goes from here, and you should take a point here. Okay, 110, 42. Then 115, let me erase this will be confusing for you. 115, 40. So 115 to 40, you take a point. I'm just drawing the lines for your reference. Then 120 to 34, 120 to 34. This way you have to first put the points and draw a sharp curve like this with a rough hand, or you can use scale too. Both the methods are correct. So this is the way we do more than ogive. And in some questions both the ogives can be drawn together. If it is asked to draw both the ogives, less than as well as more than, so you can make the less than cumulative frequency curve. See, it is increasing, it's in ascending order, and more than cumulative frequency will be descending in order. Okay, more than will be descending in order. So these are ready made here, and this graph, these two less than and more than cumulative frequency curves are plotted. This is the less than one and this is the more than one, and these two graphs, they meet at a point, and through that point if you draw a perpendicular on x-axis. Okay, can you see this dotted line? The dotted line which is drawn, that perpendicular which is dropped on x-axis will give you the median of this data. So this is another method of finding median. Keep this in mind. Median can be formed by using the formula L plus n by 2 minus Cf by f into h, and median can also be found from the graphs, from the ogives. So you should join the points, you should drop a perpendicular, from the point of intersection of ogives, and that is meeting at around 16 approximately. So you can say the median of this data is 16. And for the previous question also we can find medians. So for this type of questions you must find n value in this. What you should find? N value. What is n in this? Add all this, 4 plus 6 10, then 10 20, 28, 32. So your n value is 32 in this. What is n value in this? 32. So you should find n by 2. N by 2 is 16. So for a single curve also we can find median easily. So this n by 2 value you should see where it comes on y axis. So suppose if it comes here, from there you draw a line, from there you should see where this value lies on, we should see where this value lies on y axis. 16, where does it lie on y axis? So 16, if I say it lies here, let me change the color. Okay, this one. So 16 lies somewhere here. So from here you should draw a line parallel to x-axis, then stop it when it touches the curve, then drop a perpendicular from that same point where it is touching. So wherever this meets, that will be your median in this case. Okay, so you can find the median is coming to around, I can say 10. The median of this data is approximately 10 units. So when you draw a line properly, you will get very close value of median. So these are the things about the Ogives. Hope the concept is clear to you all. See you back in